Hello everyone. Welcome to Wonko Vision Technology, and today we will be making a tic-tac-toe using Java. So tic-tac-toe is one of the most played games, classical game, and there's no one on this earth who haven't played tic-tac-toe. So we will be building that from scratch. So what are the steps we need to make a tic-tac-toe game? First, we need a board. We need inputs for the positions we want to insert our move, arrays of string to store the positions, like array will be representing the board in program. So now after like inputting the position, we need to check if that position makes the player as winner or not, and then again decide the turn if it is player one's turn or player two's turn. Yeah, so for now I'll remove this. Now first, so we will import util package so that we can use scanner to input values. Then class tic-tac-toe. Then we are making a string array of board that is static. So we do not need to use an object to use this board array. We can directly use this in our methods and anywhere in the program. String turn. So this turn variable will be storing like whose turn is like right now. If it is X turn or zero's turn, then this string winner will be storing the winner. Now, in C, so we will check why we are using this in C equals to 0. So now, check winner. So this is a static method. Okay, that will be getting some string value, and the method name is check winner. We will be using this method, calling this method to check the winner every time after a move is made. Now, string winner equals to null. For now, we are assigning winner as null. Here, default value is also null, right? Default value for string whenever it is assigned is null. Now, this is the loop I'm like writing from 0 to 8, right? Excluding 8, right? The range will be, I will be having values from 0 to 7. So why 0 to 7? Since like we will be checking the winners in 7 conditions, or actually, sorry, 8 conditions, 3 rows, 3 columns, and 2 diagonals. So that makes it 7. So now we are checking if I is like case 0, case 1, case 2, and all the cases, right? So we made string row equals to this empty string. Now we are making switch case, in which case 0. So we are checking this first row, in which the array index are 0, 1, 2, right? And then we are making another case that will be for second row. This case 2 is for third row. This case 3 is for first column. Like I'll write, wait. First row, for second row, third row. This one is for first column. Like this will be the board. Wait, I'll show you. So it will be easier to understand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, it will be 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. Right. So here we are checking for these 3 rows, 3 columns, 0, 3, 6, 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, and 2 diagonals, 0, 4, 8, and 2, 4, 6. So here we are checking the first row, like index 0, index 1, index 2. Then index 3, 4, 5 makes it second row. Index 6, 7, 8 makes it third row. Then index 0, 3, and 6 makes it first column. Likewise, 1, 4, 7 makes it second column. And this 2, 5, 8 makes it third column. So now we have checked for 3 rows and 3 columns. Now let's check for diagonal. So it will be 0, 4, 8. So main column, main diagonal we will say. Okay, and here we will say it will be secondary diagonal. So now these are the eight conditions we will be checking. So here inside loop, we are having switch case. So initially I will be 0, right? So this case will be executing. So row will be having the values of board 0, board 1, board of 2, right? And then break. So now let's suppose like this board 0 is 0, board 1 is X, and board 2 is X again. So this will be like not the winner situation, right? 0 X X. It should be either all zeros or all X. So here the case switch case breaks, right? So we are now out of switch case, but we are still inside loop. So we will check if row equals double X, triple X, right? Then it should return X. Otherwise, if it is equal to all three zeros, then it should return 0. Otherwise, it will like skip this if else, right? Because we are having two conditions, and if both the conditions are false, the compiler will skip this if else if condition. So now if case I will become 1 now, so case 1 will be true, right? So it will check if like suppose that here we have all three as X, right? So row will be having three X's. So after this switch case, it will check for the condition, and this condition is true now for if. So it will return X as the winner. So this is how this method is working. Okay, if there can be a situation where none of the player is winner. Like there are a lot of games where tic-tac-toe draws, right? So we will check we will return the value null. Okay, if no one is winner. See, after this loop, we are returning null, right? And we are also checking if all the places, all the positions are filled, right? And no one is winner. So it is a draw. So we are returning draw here. Here, see, we are checking from 0 to 9 because there are 9 positions on the board from 0 to 8, right? 9 will be excluded because we are checking from 0. Now, if board of I dot equals space, so initially we are providing the board positions as spaces, blank spaces, white space, you can say. So we are checking for the condition that if it is equal to space, then break the loop. So we will be out of the loop and it will become null. If I becomes 8, like we are checking for the final condition, and that is also not space. If it was space, then the loop would have break, right? So I is 8. So we are returning draw now. So this is the method that will check for the winner. First, we are checking for the 8 conditions. I'll remove this. And then we are checking if it is draw or not by checking if all the positions are filled or not. And if like even if like it is not X as the winner or 0 as winner or draw or not even drawing, right? So we are getting null here. Now static void board. So this is the method in which we are printing the board, right? So this will print the spaces, then or operator sign, okay, this, and then this again or operator sign, then spaces, right? So this will make the board. Like we will see how this board is made in the execution. It looks beautiful. Okay, so here we are printing the positions like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because these are the positions for our like these are the positions in tic-tac-toe for the matrix. So now this is how in this method they are designing the board. Now this is public static void main. Here comes the main thing. Like we make a method to check for the winner. We make a method that prints the board. Okay, and since this board array is static, there is no need to use objects, right? We can directly access without making objects. Now, public static void main. So this is the entry point of a program. So now we are making board equals to new string array. We are assigning an array, empty array, okay, to board, and we are assigning X to the turn. So we are deciding, we are already declaring that X will play first, and we are assigning winner as null, right? If winner is X, then it will be having X. If it is 0, then it will be having 0, because these values are returned by the check winner method. It will have draw, DRAW, if the match is drawn, right? And that again will be returned by the check winner value. For initially, we are assigning null to it. Now we are taking the input. We are defining the scanner. Scanner SC equals to new scanner system.in. Now we are assigning all the board positions as spaces. So default values will be spaces. If there is like this, if there is an empty slot, okay, for the players to move, then it will be having spaces. Now we are welcoming. Okay, so like welcome to Shravani's Tic-Tac-Toe. So now we are calling the method board that will print out the board. Since the default values of all these three 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 positions are spaces. So the spaces will be printed, right? So this will print an empty check matrix, you can say, for tic-tac-toe, empty board. Now we are printing that X will play first, right? So enter the slot number. So X will play first and it is asking the user to enter the slot. So we are checking if winger is null. Since winger is null, right? So the game is still left. If it is draw, then all the positions are filled and no one is the winner. If it is X, then X wins. And if it is 0, then 0 wins. But we are using winger double equals to null because we know that these slots are still available and no one has won the game. So while winger double equals to null, in num input, this is a variable we are assigning to input a slot number. Like user will be inputting the slot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 like this. Okay, and then we will be assigning those values to the matrix. Right. So here we are checking if turn dot equals, we are checking for the turn. If turn is of X, okay, then C if C double equals to 0. Right. Then we are not doing nothing. Okay, we are not doing anything. It will be more clear as we go further with this program why we are using this C double equals to 0. Okay, so turn dot equals X. If it is the turn of X, then we are checking if it is C double equals to 0. Okay, so do nothing, see empty brackets, else print like turn X play or move. Right. So now after this if else, we are using try catch, right, to input the value. And why try catch? So that like that we can handle the exception, input mismatch exception, right? If we are inputting integer values, right? If someone inputs a string, then this catch will handle the exception. So number in num input equals to associate next string, okay, and then if condition, if it is less than 1 or greater than 9, then we are saying that invalid input can continue, right? So we are saying that this was the invalid input and you should continue. And then C++. C++ means this condition will be false. So it will again print X play or move. Right. So now catch mismatch exception. System can also print telling invalid input re-enter the slot. So we are also again printing the invalid input message because the user tried inputting some other type of data type into the integer type. Now, if board num -1, num input -1. Okay, so we are inputting integer value in num input, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Since we are starting from 1 and index is starts from 0, so we need to do num input -1. Or you can use num input, but then you have to enter the slot number starting from 0 to 8, right? But that will be confusing. So we will do num input -1 here. So board num input -1 that equals space. If the board position is space, like if it is available, okay, then we are changing the value of turn, because like if X moves, then we need to change the value of turn to 0. If 0 moves, then we need to change the value of turn to X, so that we can like go ahead with the game. Now again we are calling the board and we are assigning this input available slot with the turn right here, and then we are switching the turn. So now this value is updated here, and then again we are calling the board. So this updated value will be reflected in the new board. And then like I told you that after moving every move, we need to check the winger if the winger is like here or not. So winger equals to check winger. We are checking for the winger. So like if there is no winger, the method will return null. And since this winger will be having null, the loop will continue. If winger is getting another value, then null, then this loop will terminate because condition will become false. So this was the if condition, right? For this, if slot is available. Sorry, this one, this one. If slot is available, okay. Else we are printing that slot is already taking the enter value, right? So we are again asking the user to enter the value. But now we are not doing C++. So like if this if condition is false, right? And uh, also this condition is false, like this is not working, right? So we are making it C equals to 0 at the starting of loop. Uh, so it will again ask for the input and it will not do anything, right? It will wait for another input. Slot or the getting we enter another value. Now else num input equals to math random. Here we are like making the computer play as zero's chance. Okay, so we are taking some random value in the range of 0 to 9, 8. So this will give you the random values between 0 to 8 since you are in typecasting it, so integer value, right? So 0 to 8, and then we are checking if it is like slot already taken, then we are again making it to take the value. Otherwise, we are assigning 0 to it, and then we are switching the value of turn to X, and again we are checking for Borg and check winner. So this in this method, this else part here, the computer is playing its own game. Here we are continuing the else part if the move that is in, like given by the computer is already taken, the slot is already taken. So we are continuing the loop. So it will again execute this part, right? So if winner get equals X, now we are checking if winner get equals X, then congratulations, X is the winner. If it is equals to 0, congratulations, 0 is the winner. Else, system can also print ln. Oh no, the match has been drawn. If it is draw, winner is draw. Otherwise, like it will go on, right? Here the loops end. So now we are checking for the winner. Loop will end only if winner is not null, right? So either of the value will be there for the winner. So after printing the like result of the game, we are writing, we are passing a message, thank you for playing. So it is as simple as this. So yeah, like let's execute this code. Let's play a game. Okay, so I have compiled the code. Let's execute it now. So I'll call the main method. Oh, wait. I'll clear the screen and let's execute it again. See, I have called the main method and now this is the board, right? It looks beautiful. We have to enter the slot since X has to move its chance first. So I'll enter 3. So see, I entered 3, the board is printing. And after entering 3, the computer moves its moved its chance to I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It choose this slot as 5. Right. So now it's again X chance to play. Right. So we will like enter 2. So see, computer moved for the scan. So let's enter 1. So see, now X wins. So here, because this condition is for winning situation, right? So congratulations, X is the winner. Thank you for playing. So yeah, this is tic-tac-toe game in which computer is moving its own chance. You can make some changes here. In this method, you can try experimenting with it and you can make it a two-player game by changing the methods here. By changing the code here, you can make a two-player game. So you can experiment with it and you can try to learn it more. I hope you enjoyed this video, you enjoyed this project. Thank you.